Welcome back to CyberAndChill. Let me start with a question that might hit close to home. How many times have you unlocked someone's account this week? Or reset a password for the same person twice in the same month? Now here's the part most people miss. That's identity work. Identity and access management. You may not call it that, but that's what it is. And companies pay serious money for people who understand it. The difference between staying in a low-paying support role and moving into a career that clears six figures isn't a brand new skill set. It's recognizing the value of the skills you already use every single day. When you unlock accounts, you're dealing with access. When you add a new employee into the system, you're managing identity. When you troubleshoot why someone can't sign in, you're handling authentication. These aren't just tickets, they're the foundation of IAM. What changes the game is whether you keep doing those tasks one by one, or whether you step back and start thinking about them differently. Why do these problems repeat? How could this whole process be automated? What would it look like if accounts and access were managed before issues even happened? That shift, moving from reacting to anticipating, turns ordinary IT work into IAM expertise. And that's where salaries jump. It's a pattern I've seen over and over again. Someone spends their days buried in password resets and account unlocks, thinking it's just busy work. But once they realize those tasks fall under identity and access, everything changes. They set up a small lab at home, try out automating user creation, experiment with single sign-on, and write down what they've learned. A few months later, that proof of skill starts to open doors. What used to look like help desk work now gets recognized as IAM expertise, and the opportunities that come with it are often twice what they were making before. That word, proof, is important. Employers don't just want to hear you say you understand identity. They want to see it. A certification helps, but what really stands out is when you can point to labs, projects, or even short write-ups that show you've applied what you learned. You don't need to overhaul your entire life to get there. In about 90 days, you can build enough evidence to stand out. Choose one certification in the identity space. SC300, Okta, or even Security Plus if you're starting out. Build a couple of labs. Something simple. Configure Entra ID, set up a sync with Active Directory, test a SAML login. Write down what you did, take screenshots, explain it in your own words. Put it on a simple website, LinkedIn, even a PDF portfolio. That's enough to change how hiring managers see you. And here's the part that should get you excited. Every company needs this. Banks, hospitals, universities, tech startups, government offices. It doesn't matter. They all rely on IAM to function. That means once you build this skill set, you aren't locked into one industry. You can move around, you can negotiate better pay, you can work remotely. So let's make this practical. If you're listening right now and you feel stuck in your IT role, here's your next move. Stop introducing yourself as help desk or support. Start saying, I work in identity. Then back that up. Pick one certification, build one or two labs, document them. In 3 months, you'll have something tangible to show. That's all it takes to start shifting from ticket taker to IAM professional. Not years of waiting for someone to promote you. Not piling up certifications with no focus, just clear evidence that you understand identity. And once you have that, doors open. Recruiters notice, interviews come faster, and the opportunities you didn't think you were qualified for suddenly become realistic. If you want help with that process, that's exactly what I'm building with CyberAndChill. Step-by-step labs, portfolio projects, and a roadmap so you don't waste time figuring it out on your own. But even if you go it alone, I hope this episode gave you something to think about. The work you're doing already has more value than the market is paying you. Once you recognize that it's IAM, and once you show proof, you stop being invisible. That's it for today. Thanks for listening. Until next time, don't spread yourself thin chasing everything. Pick the thing that moves you forward. For a lot of people in IT, that thing is identity.